how was your day?
My day was really good actually, and I was really looking forward to this. How was your day? How has been
Same
like
here, same
lockdown
here.
treating you?
Lockdown now. It's a unlock, and
It's a
it's
lot, yes.
abnormal now.
Okay, so first of all, I want to ask you, how does it feel to accomplish one of the biggest tasks one can accomplish, writing an entire book and publishing it? How does it feel now that your book is out?
Yes, this it was really a daunting task. First of all, to write the book, and after that, getting it published. It was really, a mountain to
How
climb.
was the entire process of writing the book? How did you balance your work life and everything?
It got balanced. Luckily, there are few um, lucky chances that I got. When I joined the bank, I got a posting in a rural area in 2017 when I was, writing this story. So the place of posting was far away from, the chaos of the city. So I got a lucky chance to have a posting in a place that has less workload. There was workload, but comparatively less. So I managed to, spend some time for my writing, also for creating ideas and all. And it took 3, 4
So the
years.
environment really helped you to write your book, right? So, you have done engineering if I'm not wrong. So,
Yeah, I
yeah.
have completed.
So there is this stereotype that engineers are good at everything other than engineering. So I can see you right now, and so how was this inclination towards writing built in the first place?
It's really a stereotypical way to say I was not that good engineer, I must say, because I didn't had any engineering experience post my, studies. But yeah, I got a degree of engineering. I got a few months of experience as an engineer. But after that, I had to switch the job because I was not getting that feeling to work 10, 12 hours a day and not getting anything productive, not giving anything productive. So I had to switch the job. So I started preparing for banking job. Also, I had this idea of writing this book for quite a long time. When I completed my engineering and joined my first job, I had this idea, but I didn't, get much time and environment to start writing. But then, step by step, little bit of my, habit of writing something helped me. And then I joined the bank, and that's when I started writing more, dedicatedly. I've got a lot of time. I've stress of the career, quite lifted from my head.
So, like, why did you join engineering in the first place? Like, was it any kind of parental pressure where, like, everybody is doing engineering, so I'll do it myself?
What do you do, Pavni?
I am a student. I am in grade 9.
Great, awesome. So let's say you have a friend circle, no? And one day your friends decide, to do something, bunking class together and go out in the city to something. And have you experienced that kind of thing?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. That's what happened with me. I didn't plan to join engineering. Yes, a lot of my friends were in the process of giving entrance exams for the engineering. So that was happened that way. Yeah, my friends are starting to give entrance for engineering. I must do that also.
So it
There
was more
are
of peer
my friends.
pressure. It was
There is
like
my
peer.
friend circle. Yeah. So it was not anything planned. Nothing was planned, to be honest. Not until this live, and things happened. In a way, in a flow. Things happened step by step, and at this point, I must, I feel that whatever happens, it happens for your good, for our good. and we must, take everything, whatever it comes, maybe good or bad. We must take it as a, you can say, event to shape our life for future.
That's a really good. So, your story, your book is like a mystery romance or a romantic thriller. So, is the story based off of a real life
When you
event?
start,
I
when
haven't
you
finished
start,
it actually. So, like, I read a chapter and then I got really stuck in like school and everything, so I couldn't finish it. But I'm really excited to read
that
it.
that's very important. You have to finish that first because online studies and all required a good amount of time. So yeah, I have mentioned in the book also. There were events which were not related to me or anyone to me, but there were events which I have witnessed, not me, but to someone I knew, a person related to someone I knew, has experienced. The plot
So
or storyline is completely fictional, but the idea is based on some real events. You can say inspired from some real events.
So, like, what prompted you to pick up this particular genre of a romantic thriller or a mystery romance? How, like, what prompted you?
Yeah, like I discussed with someone earlier also. The idea was to write something about the theme, on which this book is based on. The idea was to write anything, that can highlight this issue. So I started writing back in 2013-14. I wrote a couple of chapters you can sum up as a part of a short story. It was a totally different narration which you will read in the book. Those two chapters were solely based on the true events, no, whatever happened with the person concerned. So it was kind of, you can say, a real life flashback thing I wrote. But then I got busy in jobs and all, and interviews, moving to the cities. So I couldn't, uh, make it, completed. I'm glad that I didn't complete it because that was total crap. I will read it, and then I started from the scratch. Those two chapters are still lying in my laptop. They are as it is. I haven't, published or posted it anywhere. Those two chapters are still lying there. And this is the complete different story, which is based on that theme which I wrote back then, but now a complete different narration and characters plot.
So, do you have any plan to like write other, forms of writing like poetry or maybe like write plays? Do you have any plans of writing other?
I've written short plays in college. When I was, in engineering, we had a lot of events in my college, in other colleges. I wrote a few short plays which were played in different cultural fests, and my team has won around 1,000 rupees as a cash prize. It was uh, it was played as a part of Durga Puja event which happened in our city in Bareilly, and
That's great.
I was really happy. We won 1,000 rupees. We were five people, portrayed five different characters, and we divided 200 rupees each. And as a student, that was a good amount. uh, After that, I didn't write that anything published or portrayed anywhere. But yeah, I am thinking of a few ideas which I am having because of the positive response and amazing response I'm getting. Thank you to all the readers. This is really getting me going, and I'm really looking forward to write more. Please mail me those if you don't mind sharing, sir. Okay, Devansh, I'll share those, but you'll laugh at those chapters.
No, please mail it
Uh,
to me as well, please. I love to read them. That is really great.
okay,
You know, so
thank you.
So this particular genre in which you have written, have you read other books in that genre before you wrote?
Not purely that genre, which it's a mix up, it's a mix up of romance. It's a blend of thrill and mystery. So I haven't read any particular genre related to this theme which I have written, but I have read every individually, and the books which I have read which inspired me to create this kind of narration or plotline. uh, I can name them as that. I really I really love the Notebook by Sir Nicholas Sparks, and I really admire the Sherlock Holmes novels a lot. I sleep with them, with nearby my head, and I really love these kind of narrations from Nicholas Sparks and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So they have inspired me to create a blend of it, and reading really helps. The more you read, the more you grasp the ideas from the books. The more sharpen your writing skills get.
So, in this particular genre of a romantic thriller, I have read, a good chunk of books, like 4 to 5 books. This genre is extremely popular in young writers. And I can, not any offense to you, but every single book that I've read of this particular genre has been total crap. I hated every single book. So because I felt that those books lacked a building of both those particular genres, and it was like not good because the plot, because you could anybody could write a erotic scene, but not everybody can write a good balance of a romantic thriller. So I was actually really angry, and I've read other books, and they have all made me really angry because I do not know why a lot of people, young writers, a lot are inclined towards writing a erotic scene. Like, it is not important. Please, like, build your thrill in your book. So do you pride yourself on writing the thrill part? Do you pride yourself on being, you know, writing a good thrilling experience for your book?
Look what you said. It's easy to write erotic scenes and all. I cannot agree because I don't get that idea that easy. And to be honest, if you're talking me to be proud of, I don't know, but the response and the feedbacks I'm getting from the readers, and based on that, and making it as evidence, I can say, okay, yeah, uh, I can feel a bit pride, but not to have it as an ego. But there are a lot of writers who might have written this genre and these kind of books. So maybe I haven't read it yet, and maybe you haven't read it yet. Maybe we can find more writers like these, and maybe they haven't been highlighted right now. But people can write, but people have to come forward.
So that is why I'm like really excited to read your book, because I saw
I
a lot
really,
of.
I really, I really, I really hope I don't hear you in another live and I'm bashing about genre based on my book. I really wish for that. I hope
Yes,
you'll like it.
yes, because I am very vocal when I do not like a book. I cannot sugarcoat my words. I am unable to sugarcoat my words. So I'm brutally honest about my opinion. So yes, I am excited about reading your book. And as I can see a comment right here that, you know, Sunset Sunset by the River is a wildly different in that respect. So I am actually really excited. So yes, you just
Thank you,
wept.
Devnish.
So your book has been out for a good 3 weeks or more now, right? So they have, so a lot of reviews have been flooding in. So is there something that multiple reviewers are finding good in your book, and is there something that multiple reviewers are disliking in your book?
To be honest, the part of disliking which I have read till now is someone was saying about the book cover. It could have been improved, but personally, I really love the work of Mukul and Rishi has done with the cover. I really love it. But people have different kind of. Everybody has different interest and different perspective to see things. The shirt I am wearing, I might like it, may not. So that's totally individual's perspective. And talking about another negative comment I have read is that someone might have said that slow story, first half is little bit slow, but it grasp you. It creates a thrill and suspense for the second part. So I don't know if it can it could have been completely thrill from starting to end. There has to be some parts where you have to have patience while reading. So I hope you'll keep that, and let's see.
I put up that
If
story. I told that, the lack of context is killing me because, like, the right off the bat, the story
someone
starts,
put that up, someone put that up. Who did that? I don't remember. Someone put that up while
I,
reading,
I,
and you did that, right?
yes.
Okay, yeah, yeah. You did that, and you read first chapter. Okay,
So,
so
like,
yeah, that's what first half is all about. Missing context and making you eager to read the second part. That was the sole motive.
so I'm excited to see how the story is built because, thrillers have to be built beautifully, or else, the entire thing is gone. You just cannot read it. So, okay, so next I would like to ask you about character names. A lot of people do not, ignore this concept of character names, but I find it very interesting about, how people, think of character names for the books. I started writing my own book, last year, and so I am writing like a fantasy. So I wanted to search for weird names. So I used to, like, in my entire life of consuming content, I searched for every single weird name that was there, and then I framed my own. So I would like to know from you what inspired you to give your character names.
Uh, okay, that's a really interesting question, and it may differ from person to person. I am speaking personally what I feel. What I feel is deciding a character name while writing the story is not important. What is important is you create the character. You know, let's say you write with a name, say let's say X. You're writing X. X is sitting here and watching the road and vehicle passing by, and someone is smoking at the end of the street, listening to music with the earphone. So what reader grasp is reader do not grasp the name of the character. Reader grasps the events that you have narrated and related to the character, right? So personally, for me, the name of the character doesn't matter till you have the plot ready and till you have the storyline ready. And I think I have written half of the story with some different name, and then I have to control find and control replace the name after one half part I have written. So readers imagine the characters themselves. You do not make them imagine. The way you have written a character, let's say I've written a character of Anne in some way, describing it as a personality which I imagine, which I have known, and someone who's reading this, you know, he or she may imagine it totally different way. So that's my personal opinion, or you can say that's my personal experience writing this story. Character names may not, until unless name them weirdly enough. Like the longest name I read somewhere in New Zealand, until unless you name the character those which you do not pronounce well.
But don't you think that having, in romantic books especially, do you think having a name that matches the personality is important? Like, you could write a character that is extremely soft, that is, very romantic in a sense, but you could give them a very distinct name from the character. So how does that, what, how do you think that is built in the in the reader's mind?
You know, what I said, that creating the character is very important. And when you created a character, then you can brainstorm about the ideas to name them. For example, if I may say that the character of Tripti, uh, she's very sophisticated. She's very you know emotional, and she's very you can say kind of introvert. So let's say if I would have named her differently. I mean, let's say we interchange the name of Monisha and Tripti. So what happens is, if you read the book and then think of replacing the character's name, you will not feel that good. Okay, but if you start reading, if you start reading with those name only, like let's say I have named Monisha in place of Tripti, and you are reading the character of Monisha as it is. So when you complete it, it won't make any difference until unless you name the that girlish character as Samir, or something like that. Then it will affect the reader's perspective. Otherwise, I don't think personally that naming a character is that much important. It is important, of course. I have done great amount of you know brainstorming naming these characters. I have filled 2 pages to have the options of the characters, but then it came out to be these names. I decided, okay, I should write these names, and let's say after end of the story, if it feels good or not, and if it doesn't feel good, I'll replace them altogether. But I didn't find it necessary to replace those names, and I didn't think anything special to name these characters. What I really worked hard on is creating the feel of the characters.
That is a very interesting take. I really like that. So, your book has a theme of mental illness. I will not say the name of the mental illness because I don't want to spoil it for people who have not read the book. But so the mental illness you have talked about in the book is not very well known by a lot of people, because in today's world, what's mental illnesses like depression and anxiety are name dropped everywhere, and they are like, people very loosely use them. But the mental illness you have talked about, it is not known by a lot of people. So, and while it is very important to bring such mental illnesses to light, it is very important to do an ample amount of research, because people who may be suffering from those illness, they may be like, this author has written this, but I don't have that symptom, or maybe that is not true. So, how much research did it take you to do that?
While we were discussing about the character's name, as I said, naming the character is that not that much important. What important is to create the feel of the character, to create the events related to the character. So the most amount of time which I've spent is was on the research of the topic. Okay, the topic which I was not that aware of. I had to go places. I had to meet people. I had to talk uh, things. The way which people, those professionals, medical professionals, don't usually hear. They do not usually get a visitor asking them queries that he or she wants to write a book on this topic. Usually they get patients. Usually they get medical representatives for the medicines. So when I reached them, that was a really good experience for me as well. And luckily, they have responded quite, in a very supportive way. I have just, sent my book copy of my book to a professional, medical professional, and she just received today, and she was happy, that she received the copy. And So the research part was very important, and it was time consuming. I spent quite a lot of time traveling and talking to them, and that's why it helped me to bring, create the character, uh, how it should feel, he or she should feel, how the pupil related to the character should feel, because if the character is suffering from something, and the people around him or her gets affected. So it was important for me to know the reason, to know the things which people go through. So it was possible because of the people and the professionals I've met, the things I've talked about, and so it was important, and it is important for any topic to research first before writing.
So in today's world, mental illness, has been, a lot of people suffer from mental illnesses. So do you think that young authors like you have that burden on themselves to represent it in their books?
Very, very, you can say, matured question from you, Pavni. I really like this. For me, personally, I really feel that if I've come across something, and I know that this is something which not a lot of people know about. This is not something that a lot of people talk about. So it's my responsibility to come out with that wholeheartedly. If I choose to stay silent, I'll be one among millions who are doing so. They have to have some zeal to talk about these things. They have to have some platform, some events to talk about these things, which unfortunately we lack until unless any uh, celebrity thing happens. So it should become a new normal, and people should. I really wish, I really pray. Let me tell you a small incident from this morning. I got a text from a reader, you know, today. The person mentioned that read your book, and I can relate it from an illness which my husband was going through, and I had to spend, 2 3 years to support him. And the person which texted me was married to the other person who was suffering from illness, and when they got married, and the person wasn't informed before, and the person got to know after the marriage, so she had to suffer a lot. Yeah, she had to suffer a lot. So it was really special moment reading those things, and I felt that okay, this is something which people are relating, and I really wish more people should come forward and talk about it.
That must really feel good, that people, I write poems about mental illnesses, I write poems about social issues, and whenever people come forward, they say that I read your poem in on this particular site, or I read your poem on your page, and it was really good. I really related to it. I really feel good, and I can see how you must be feeling. So that is really good. So now that a book has come out, and you will in some time will build a large audience. So would you use this audience to write other books on other social issues like colorism, racism, or the LGBTQ community?
Yes, of course, I'll really like to write concepts coming to my mind, or ideas which are not that highlighted. I really want to write about things, and I'm really looking forward from for the ideas from the readers, from the people who are getting to know this book, getting to know the story, getting to know the theme of this book, and coming out with different perspectives, different ideas. And maybe some people are not that open to write them. So I really I'm open to read those ideas and start writing something new.
That's really good. So A question I really wanted to ask you. You say you did, you did engineering. So a lot of, parents in India, they are very inclined towards their children, doing good in academics, and they do not support you if you do anything that is related to arts, maybe writing, maybe you're trying to be a dancer. So, how much support did you get from your family when writing?
My family got to know that I have written a book you know, when I got the publishing deal. Before that, no one knew that I was writing something. They knew I used to do things late night. I used to do things in my laptop. That my family is really supportive in whatever I do. Be it my job, be it my stuff at home. I'm quite lazy, and I procrastinate a lot. Forget household things which my parents assigned to me. So in that way, I've really got so much support from my mother and my father, and that way, it helped me to write more. I wrote everything most of the part at night. They really supported me, and it's really important to have a support of the family and people related to you, close to you. And I'm really lucky that I've got people and parents who have supported me throughout in every walk of life.
That is really heartwarming to have, like, such supportive people around you. That is really good. So now that we have talked a lot about your book and your journeys, I think we should conclude here. So before we go, do you have any message to readers who are new to this genre, or writers who are trying to explore this genre?
Exploring things in this genre and writing and reading this stuff. I'm still naive, to be honest. But to say the things from my own experience, I would say for readers, continue reading. Don't don't stop midway of a story if you have started it. Maybe you may get a little bored sometimes. If it has a message, if you know that this book has a message, and you may feel a little a bit off track, do not quit. Just go through a chapter which is getting you bored. Just go through it, and when you finish the thing, you might have a different experience, and hopefully a new learning experience that you can further share to people. And for writers, I'll also say, do not quit. When you're writing something, you have inner spark that this is the thing which can bring certain, if not the change, but it can bring a new perspective in people's mind. Then do not quit. Just keep writing. However weird it feels, just keep writing. Do not quit. That's it.
I would love to have talked to you more, but I actually have an online class in a few minutes, so I would have to go.
I also
So
have to go for dinner because it's hilly place and
thank you so much for talking to me. It was a really good experience, and I hope the people who are watching, they also liked it. So I would talk more about your book once I finish reading it. And that is it. Thank you so much for taking
thank you.
time
It was
out.
nice talking to you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night. Bye.
You too.